Judge rules on American picker's Fritz Conservatorship. Fritz was placed under conservatorship after suffering a stroke in 2022. However, 2 times now the conservator and guardian risked being stripped of their roles by the judge overseeing Frank's affairs. The conservatorship has gone before the judge again, and he made a ruling on the recent annual report. Here's what the judge decided and an update on Fritz as he recovers. Judge rules on Fritz Conservatorship case. After Fritz suffered his stroke, he was placed under a conservatorship to ensure that his bills were paid and his necessities were met. This was placed under a conservator and a guardian. Frank's guardian is Chris Davis, a close friend. The conservator is Midwest One Bank. However, both Davis and Midwest One Bank have gotten into trouble with the judge overseeing Frank's case. The guardianship and conservatorship was put in place on August 18, 2022. Frank suffered his stroke in July 2021. Both the conservator and guardian have to file inventory reports annually. However, a notice of delinquency for conservatorships was filed on June 2, 2023, showing the reports were not filed for 2022. A report was filed later in June. A second notice of delinquency for conservatorships was filed on December 1, 2023, for the 2023 annual reports. It was due on November 12. 5 months later, it seems the reports for 2023 were finally filed and went before the judge. On April 4, 2024, the judge reviewed the reports and approved them via the U.S. Sun. This means Chris and Midwest One Bank will keep their roles, but it is unclear what will happen if they fail to report on time again for the 3rd year in a row later in 2024. Fritz reports reveal his monthly expenses. According to reports, Fritz has a net worth of $6 million. It is up to his guardian and conservator to protect that money and ensure that Frank has what he needs to survive as he recovers. According to the Midwest One Bank reports, Frank is spending $28,292 a month on expenses. While that seems like a large sum, it reports that $22,832 a month is spent on medical expenses and in-home health care. That means his main expenses for everything else is $5,460 a month. Frank no longer gets a paycheck from history for American pickers, but his net worth is enough that he won't have to worry about money, even with these huge expenses. He still makes money from his store in Savannah, Illinois. He also owns a lot of things, including 40 motorcycles and 4 cars, all of which he is planning to sell. One insider claims that Frank has $1 million worth of stuff that he can sell when he needs money.